Chicken scallopini is one of the easiest, tastiest weeknight meals. Quick to make and perfect for anyone. I'm taking it up a notch by turning it into chicken valdostana with prosciutto, cheese, herbs, and a buttery sauce. Sound good? Let's cook. This is one of the first dishes I ever learned how to make early in my restaurant career, and it's going to set things off. I've got 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that weigh about 10 to 12 ounces each. The goal here is to simply slice these in half widthwise. Using one hand, press it down to stabilize it, then using a sharp chef's knife, carefully and seamlessly slice through, creating 2 equal-sized breasts. Simple as that. Now for a quick tenderizing, using a plastic bag, plastic wrap, or even parchment paper, and a mallet of course, gently pound out the chicken until it's roughly 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. Then repeat the process until all the chicken is tenderized and briefly set them to the side. And this, my friend, is a scallopine, a thin scallop of meat, and in this case, chicken. Give the cutlets a season of salt and pepper on both sides, and then for a light breading, using a cake tin or a wide shallow bowl, I'm adding in 1 cup of all-purpose flour, salt, and pepper. Then just mix everything together using a fork or a whisk. Now grab one of those seasoned up scallopines and add it right to the seasoned flour. Give it a little shimmy shake, flip it over, press it down. It should be coated on all sides. Then shake off any excess and lay it down on a sheet tray lined with parchment paper or a plate or platter. Repeat the process and set them to the side for maybe just 5 to 10 minutes. This quick little technique helps the coating stick better, will keep our cooking oil cleaner, and will make it crispier. In the meantime though, just going to give my raw chicken cutting board a quick soap and water bath, and then for a little prep of a half peeled and small diced shallot, and then I'm going to smash and finely mince 1 garlic clove. Now, one of the most important parts of this dish is the cheese, of course, and I've got 4 ounces of Fontina that I'm going to grate down. This is absolutely one of my all-time favorite cheeses. To take this a step further because, well, why not? I like to add a little fresh buffalo mozzarella just to make it richer and cheesier. But you don't need that much, maybe a half of 1 mozz ball, so 2 to 3 ounces-ish. Just eyeball it, you'll be good. Just cut them down in 1/2 inch cubes. This dish actually gets its name from the Valle d'Aosta region, which is in northwestern Italy, and it's right in between France and Switzerland, which is why you see cheese like Fontina. And this is honestly really like an Italian Gruyere or even an Emmental. You'll also see other components of this dish that are very similar to that region, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But first, and now it's time to finally start cooking, so grab the chicken and head back to the cooktop. I'm using a large carbon steel pan, but of course a non-stick or stainless will be totally fine. Drizzle in just about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, or enough to coat the bottom of the pan. The temp is going up to medium, and we're going to heat this up for about 60 to 90 seconds. And at this point, gently add in our breaded up scallopine, and it's totally fine if you need to cook this in batches. Let's not overcrowd the pan and steam the chicken. It's no good that way. And we're only cooking these for 2 minutes. I just want to get it browned up, and there's no reason to cook it all the way through, and I'll explain why in just a minute. But first, let's have a look, and yep, nice little brown. Delicious. And you know, cooking doesn't have to be some crazy, daunting task. It can actually be a very, very enjoyable experience, and I truly believe that you can pull this off. We're also only cooking on this side for 2 minutes. Once it's done, set it to the side on a plate or platter. And one of the most important ingredients to this valdostana is prosciutto. But instead of just putting it on the chicken, how about we fry and crisp it up about 4 to 6 pieces right in that leftover scallopine oil. It's easy and maybe takes 20 to 30 seconds per side. That's it. This little trick right here is going to make this infinitely better. Just ask yourself, soft bacon or crispy bacon? Exactly. Once it's crispy, set it to the side, and now in that same pan, and yes, we're still over medium heat, add in 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, the minced up shallots, and finally the minced garlic. I'm going to give them a gentle season of salt just to draw out a little bit of moisture so that they brown up a bit quicker. Then just saute for 2 to 3 minutes, nothing more than that. We just want the edges to be a little bit browned up, just like this. Now, to add a bit more depth, hit it with a 1/2 cup of dry white wine and any dry work. Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, all are good. Cook it down until only a few tablespoons remain. This is also known as au sec. Then I'm going to pour in 2 cups of really good chicken stock, and I've got a great homemade recipe if you want to check that out. This sauce, as simple as it is going to be so good. And because good food matters, it brings people together. And by showing you these simple techniques, it'll help you create meals worth remembering. We're going to reduce the amount of liquid by 1/2, and this only takes about 8 to 10 minutes, but I promise you it is absolutely worth it. This concentrates the flavor, and when we're done, you'll be able to see it's a bit thicker. Now to finish this beauty off, I'm adding in 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. That little clean acid will pay dividends to this sauce and the chicken. Then 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and a season of salt and pepper. Swirl it in until the butter is completely melted, and then of course, give it a taste. Okay, add the chicken scallopini back into the sauce, and they should all fit at this stage. Now evenly place on the crispy prosciutto and finish by adding on the shredded Fontina, if you haven't eaten it all while you've been waiting. Trust me, it's that good. And this is why I said earlier about this dish has other components from the French and the Swiss. Very cordon bleu-ish if you ask me. Then last but not least, my own little thing here, add on the mozzarella we cubed up. Now to get this cheese all melted up, we're going to cook it on low for 3 to 4 minutes, and this will ensure our chicken is cooked through, which is why we only brown them up. And then don't forget to add on a lid, or like we did in the restaurant industry, cap it with another like-sized pan. And while we're waiting, if you want to get a little chef fancy, how about a small sauce pot, 1/4 of the way filled with oil and heat it up to around 350 degrees F. Add in a handful of fresh sage leaves, and these will maybe cook for 30 to 45 seconds. That's it. We just want to crisp them up. This little process just makes them ridiculously delicious. Almost done, but here's a quick bonus for you. And I already know some of y'all are going to ask, well, what should I serve this up with? My answer is my Piedmontese Savoiarda potatoes. They're from the exact same region as this chicken. It's honestly a perfect match. I've got 3 pounds of golden Yukon potatoes. Yes, you can use russets or reds if that's all you have. I'm going to give them a quick peel, and then using a mandolin to get those perfect consistent cuts, I'm going to cut these into roughly 1/8 to 1/4 inch slices. They should be just like this when you're done. Perfect. At this stage, I'm going to add them into my steamer boiling basket, then into a large pot of boiling salted water for only 5 minutes. And in the meantime, a bit more cheese shredding, starting with 4 ounces of Gruyere, or of course, Fontina is good. I just like something a bit more savory and nuttier, so I use Gruyere. Then 4 ounces of Asiago, and these two are insanely tasty when paired together. Just do it. Okay, let's go have a look at the potatoes. Perfect. We're not cooking through, just a little parboiled. Now rinse them under cold water for just a minute or two and set them to the side. We just want to get them cool enough to the touch. Now in a small casserole dish, this one's about 8 by 4 inches. Add in a few tablespoons of unsalted butter, then a layer of the sliced potatoes. A bit more butter, a season of salt and pepper, then some of the shredded Gruyere and Asiago. From here, continue layering things up. This is essentially the Italian scallop potatoes, or au gratin potatoes minus the breadcrumbs, of course. And once that last potato layer goes on, pour on a 1/2 cup of half and half, or milk, or even cream. You be the judge. A final season of salt and pepper, and the last of the cheese, and it goes in a middle rack in a preheated oven at 375 degrees F for 35 to 40 minutes, or just until the top becomes nice and browned up. It should look just like this. So good. All right, it's almost time to eat, but first, a garnish of thinly sliced chives will do. Oh yeah, look at that cheesy goodness. Ridiculous. Now, in case you didn't make the potatoes, here's how you finish off our tasty chicken Valdostana. The cheese is melted, and seriously, it looks ridiculous. Serve it up in the pan, and then generously add on all the crispy fried sage. This one right here, always rate reviews.
This has a lot of flavor.
And my parents just happened to be in town, so of course, they got in on it with us. So now that you've made an incredible Italian dinner, let's finish strong with something sweet. And my Italian zeppolis are light, crispy, and seriously ridiculously good. Got a full video on it. See you there. I mean, it's immediate deliciousness at deliciousness. Oh, it's hot.